playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stand right back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing on the first play is Corral.
And incomplete to open things up.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Corral, another throw on 2nd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, Corral.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 24.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people.
And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Williams a week ago. 24 carries, 114 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action now. Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Corral looking to throw.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Let's do this, man.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mariota now. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Mariota. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers about ready to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Corral.
For Marshall, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Corral.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Corral's throw complete there to Moore.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here's Corral on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Touchdown! DJ Moore from 17 yards out.
And the Panthers have got it back to within. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. They'll drive that time of 6 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Patterson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Time for another look now at Matt Corral and the Carolina offense.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Corral.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the 1st down.
The throw over the middle taken in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. 39-yard punt, 6 yards to the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. That's into the hands of Edwards.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal. Mariota looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Corral on 2nd down.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. A first down throw here for Corral.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's going to look deep for more.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. In that one, all even as they play the visiting Texans. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Mariota. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Corral on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw pulled in by Marshall. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Throwing here, Corral. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second and 9, Corral into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 15. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Williams going to get it again on second down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
third and short yardage. Mariota on the move to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Mariota. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And a pretty good burst right there, as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Corral's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
Open man is Uzomah. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Corral to throw once again.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Corral. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Corral.
Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Corral.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is
rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here, a third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this...
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run it with Williams.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.